What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Professor Layton and the Last Specter. Last time, Emmy came back, Grosky's here, we're all back together again in the library, and we're going to the police station to find out what's going on, because the only witness to the Bard death was Luke's father, and for some reason, the will leaves the entire estate to the Tritons. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. What is that red thing back there? Goosey! What the fuck are you doing here, Goosey? Spaghetti! I wanted a quiet place to hide, so I thought the library would work. I still stick out, don't I? Oh, I was trying to sandwich myself between the bookshelves, too. You could just sit in a quiet corner, out of sight. Yeah, you could just die, Goosey. Luke, you don't know what it's like to stick out everywhere you go. That's Goosey. But I can live with it. Hey, would you like to try a puzzle? No. Gonna give me a choice. Not gonna give me a choice, Goosey! This is why I hate you, Goosey. This is why the whole world hates you, Goosey! On a square piece of wood with 20cm sides, oh my god. A mysterious fellow has painted an interesting design using a brush that is 10 centimeters wide. This painter used only one type of paint, but it's quite magical. It starts off pink, as shown in example 1. If the pink is painted over, it turns orange, as shown in example 2. Okay. And if the orange is painted over, it turns brown. How many brush strokes did it take to paint this design? Okay. This is gonna be tricky. So, this is one stroke. One stroke. This was another stroke. One. And then it looks like to get brown, you need 3 strokes, yeah? Wait a minute. How did this in-between spot get... Wait. How did this spot get orange? Right there. How did that happen? Unless... No, I don't... I don't know. How is this spot like this? Well, I guess I was assuming that he would always go and he would use the entire size of the brush, but if we assume that they did this and this to make it pink, and then moved down, down, so 1, 1, and then instead of, if he just moved down right here, then it would make the in-between orange, because that hasn't been touched, and then these parts brown, which is 1 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
How about this?
It was 5. Is that what they're gonna...
I knew I could do it.
Show me the... That is what they did. That's literally the... Okay, okay. Okay, I got it, alright. My granny says the library is so old that even if has... That it even has books on the legend of the Spectre. I still don't understand though, Goosey. Why are you hiding in that tiny little gap? It looks so nice and cozy, I thought if I could slip in there, I wouldn't stick out at all. Well, that's ambitious at least. Well, Goosey, I hope I never see you again, but I'm looking at your butt right now. Goodbye. Emmy, you may want to return to London at some point in our investigation. Take my car at the entrance to the town. You can select your final destination from there. Got it. That way I can catch any puzzles I missed in London. Exactly. Now let's move on. Okay. We're going north? Oh, to the police station. Yeah. It's a little bit far. I can probably take the boat, but I'm just gonna sprint there. Oh, west? I don't remember. Oh, wait, I guess this is right. And 1... right. Where is he? You folks sure are persistent. Chief Jace is back now. Our chief is amazingly talented. Tell him I said so, will ya? Chief's office is straight down the left corridor. I'm gonna tell him that you said he sucks. Where is it? What kind of person calls himself Third Eye? Humility may not be the chief's strong suit. He sounds like an excellent detective nonetheless. Let's reserve judgment until we meet the man. Shut up! So you're the archaeologist who took it upon himself to investigate the Spectre, eh? Yes, my name is Professor Layton. It's a pleasure to... Layton, eh? Never heard of you. How's your investigation going? Well, we're just getting started, to be honest. He looks pretty typical for someone with 3 eyes. Emmy, shush! Chief Jakes, did you investigate the death of Mr. Bard last year? No, we just let that one go. Ha! Why? You think Bard's death has something to do with the Spectre? I believe there is the possibility of a connection, yes. You determined that the death of Mr. Bard was a suicide. How did you How did you determine that? Because we found a will. The mere presence of a will is not enough to indicate a suicide, is it? No, it's not. Kinda like how a tall hat isn't enough to Wow, I'm having a hard time reading right now. Whew. Isn't enough to indicate a competent investigator. I'm not challenging your judgment, Chief Jakes. I just need to confirm some facts. Confirm this. Bard threw himself off a cliff. We got a witness. Luke Triton was your witness. So you done some homework? Yes, Mayor Triton witnessed it while he was out fishing. If you got a problem, you can take it up with the mayor himself. I see. Thank you for your cooperation. Why don't you go and dig us up some buried treasure now? Quiet. Layton, you know why they call me Third Eye Jakes? Yes, I do. They call you that because you haven't left a single case unsolved. It's because I haven't left a single... Yeah, that's right. And you know how I've done that? Well, I couldn't say for certain without a full investigation. Let me save you some legwork. I've solved every one of my cases because I see everything. I see you outsiders crashing my sleepy little hamlet. I see the mayor's son running around town with you outsiders. With all due respect, you little shit, we were asked to investigate the Spectre. By the mayor himself. Really? Did the mayor ask that you dragged his boy around town while you investigated Mr. Bard's death? My father doesn't care to even know where I am right now. All the more reason he may want to know about Layton here sticking his nose where it don't belong. We should be going now. Layton, I got my eyes on you. All 3 of them. I want you out of Miss Tolerate, you gunner. I'll give you 24 hours to pack your stuff, get in that flight little car, and get back to one. The clock is ticking away, and this is... You can't do that! What are you trying to say? That's not fair. Let's just go. Like, what is this, like Rambo? You're gonna try and kick me out of town, so I'm gonna kill you? Tick-tock later. Sounds like Jabba the Hutt. Are you serious right now? Did he just do that? Hopefully he did it in front of me. And I hope we'll go, I think the chief is a little bit suspicious. Chief Jakes is a legend in Miss Tollery because of his track record for solving crimes. Chief Jakes can't treat us like this. What should we do? We shall deal with Jakes. Right now, I'm a little more concerned about something else. The police are supposed to protect people. Why would he act like that? Oh, you've never heard of corruption in the police department. What a rarity! Jakes wants us off this case for some reason. Regardless, we have a duty to seek the truth here. And to that end, it's time to speak with Clark. It's been a long time since we've seen Clark. I don't even remember where his house is. Probably near the beginning? Or is it up a hill? Nope, it's clearly south, so, Ah! So, keep going south. West? Huh. Like, we seriously haven't been here in so many videos. It doesn't look like Clark is here. Mr. Layton, shh! We must keep it a secret from Clark that Luke left the house. Oh, really? Well, of course, but I'm sure Clark has noticed that his boy's gone by now. And sadly he won't, and you'll be like, wow, this is really depressing. Hello, Mr. Layton, Master Luke. Master Triton is in the second floor study. Thank you, Doland. Up, 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 up. How's the investigation, Herschel? I trust that Luke hasn't been too bothersome after sneaking out. Quite the contrary, Luke has been very helpful. Clark, I need to ask you something. Of course, what is it, Herschel? I need you to tell me what you know about Evan Bard's death. I'll tell you the same thing I told the police. I saw someone fall off a cliff, that's it. I didn't see anyone else around. I didn't even know it was Bard when it happened. Jakes closed the case as a suicide. Yes, well, that would make sense. What about the will? Why would Bard leave you his land deeds? Evan was my only friend in town with whom I would discuss intellectual matters, Herschel. You would have liked him very much. Of course, I was still surprised by the will. Chief Jakes confirmed the will and acted as the executor. He took care of everything for me. I became an extensive landowner overnight, and I have been dealing with the red tape ever since. And Ariana and her brother? They're still the expected heirs as far as I'm concerned. I planned to oversee the land until they were of age. Unfortunately, it is unlikely that Ariana will live long enough to see that happen. So you'd know about her illness? Of course. Tragic. I don't know what I would do if such a fate were to befall Luke. Evan was so attentive to his children. I was surprised he didn't make provisions for them. And do you agree with Jake's conclusion of Bard's death? Well, he is much more qualified to make that judgment than I. They call him Third Eye, after all. Yes, I've heard that. Herschel, the man has practically eliminated crime in Miss Tollery. Aside from the activities of witches and specters, of course. What are you implying, Herschel? Please, just this once, stop speaking in riddles. Some cases are deceptive. If the criminal confesses, the complaint is withdrawn. Case solved. Yes, go on. It's a common pattern among solved cases. Herschel, you don't think Jakes has anything to do with the Bard's death, do you? Would Master like to have his dinner now? Doland! You gave me quite a start. How long have you been there? Only moment, sir. I apologize if you did not hear me knock. Am I disturbing the master? No, of course not. Yes, dinner would be splendid. Herschel and me, you will join us and I will not take no for an answer. We have several aged wines in the cellar, Herschel. Perhaps you could go down and select a bottle for us. You want me to pick a wine? Perhaps the master would prefer I select a wine to go with dinner. Oh, no. Our friend Layton is quite the wine aficionado. Isn't that so, old boy? Herschel, please. I will take the lovely 2012 Franzia, please. It would be my pleasure. Where is the wine cellar? I will take the Costco brand white wine, please. With the Capri Sun. I didn't know you were into wine, Professor. Is there anything you don't know about? To be honest, I'm more of a tea aficionado. I actually don't know much about wine at all. Really? So why did Clark say that you do? It's a clue. It seems Clark fabricated a reason for us to go downstairs. There must be something there. I think we should do as he wishes. The cellar is through the blue door past the first floor entry. Dolan must be in on it. Oh, Dolan is in on it. It's gotta be the case. Looks like a normal cellar to me. What are we supposed to notice? Luke, does anything look out of the ordinary to you? No, not really. Actually, the cellar's been off limits lately, so I can't say for sure. Did you get caught down here scarfing fruit tarts between meals, Luke? What? No, they were eclairs, and that is hardly the point. Shh. What is it, Emmy? I thought I heard something. Maybe I imagined it. Perhaps it was a mouse? I beg your pardon? My apologies, Luke. I wonder if there is something we're missing. Professor Layton, is there anything I can do to help? No, we're fine, Dolan, thank you. Dolan, did you happen to know Mr. Bard as well? Yes, I know it isn't kind to speak ill of the departed, but Mr. Bard was a man who charged exorbitant rents to those who lived on this land. Some believe it was not suicide, but rather that he was thrown from the cliff by an angry tenant. Surely a cultured man like yourself is aware how the locals will gossip. It's unfortunate that is how Bard is remembered. Most everyone knew him, and most everyone despised him. Oh, but I do prattle on. If you have selected a wine, I can carry on with preparing dinner. Dolan, has my dad seemed normal to you lately? He has been rather preoccupied, I would say. He has been spending much of his time in the study. Yes, clearly Clark has other matters at hand. Let's get going. You're not staying for dinner. We'll have to do it another time. Please give my regrets to Clark. Thanks for your help, Dolan. Of course, do be careful. But we're supposed to look for something. What are we looking for? Oh. For a wine rack, the bottles are arranged rather haphazardly. Did someone forget to organize them properly? These bottles on the floor can be rather dangerous. Let's put them away before someone breaks one. 50! No! In order to store this fine wine in an appropriate manner, the following rules must be observed. White wine should always be stored so that there is only one bottle on any horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. Red wine should also be stored so that there is only one bottle on the same horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. The two bottles already in the crate cannot be moved. Okay. I'm supposed to store all of these? Horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. Okay, so it'd be ba, ba, ba. Actually, what do I do with this last one? I guess if I blocked a path, I might be able to do something. Let's see. The best way to arrange these? Oh, and that is all the whites. No horizontal, diagonal, or vertical. Okay, now let's work on the red. Here. Here. Here, and here. This looks right. I'm gonna submit it.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure.
Ha! 50 points!
No puzzle is without an answer.
Well done. The bottles may be placed as shown in the 2 diagrams. Who would have thought that story wine was so complicated? Perfect. I didn't know story wine was so complicated. And with that, why don't we end this video here? So stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.